2 stages away from full bloom in DC's iconic cherry blossoms. Peak bloom is expected to happen sometime between March 23rd and March 26th. But the way things are going, it could come even sooner.
All right, so today crews are going to be out there along the Tidal Basin pruning the trees, and Marcella Robertson is live along the Tidal Basin this morning with an update on the efforts to maintain both the trees, Marcella, and the Tidal Basin area. Good morning.
Good morning to you both. It takes a lot of work to maintain those 3,700 cherry trees here along the Tidal Basin. That really goes a hand in hand, a partnership with the National Park Service, the Trust for the National Mall. I do want to bring in Julie Moore with the Trust for the National Mall. We always appreciate you getting up early with us. Talk about the work that happens year round, not just the kind of 2-3 weeks that we tend to focus on.
For sure. It's great to be here this morning. It's so wonderful to be preparing for the season. The Trust for the National Mall is the partner of the National Park Service, and we help restore, preserve, and enrich the National Mall, monuments, memorials, the green lawn, but also these 3,700 cherry trees that are behind us. I think people can take for granted that the cherry trees are going to bloom for the next generation, but the Trust for the National Mall, we raise funds to make sure they do. So we support the National Park Service in this really critical work you're talking about, pruning, mulching, weeding, and caring for the trees, watering the trees, but also planting new saplings each year to make sure this Grand Washington tradition is here for the next generation.
Yeah, I know we're going to see some of those crews out here today in the ladders pruning the trees. I also want to talk on a more serious note, some of the threats facing the cherry trees here. Talk about this major rehab project that's about to get started.
Absolutely. We know the trees are more than 100 years old, so they're at an advanced age. We know that the changing climate brings increased storms and increased heat, but also this area floods twice daily, and it's really in crisis. It may look pretty behind us right now, but if you're here during high tides, the sidewalks are underwater, the trees are inundated. So this work the National Park Service is about to take on is really critical. It's going to shore up the infrastructure of the Tidal Basin and pave the way for the next century of this really beautiful area.
And that is so important. We want everyone to be able to enjoy this for a long time to come. This is your Super Bowl, right? The peak bloom days away, the Cherry Blossom Festival. Talk about what we can expect here in the next coming weeks.
Absolutely. So we're all waiting for peak bloom. The National Park Service has predicted March 23rd through 26th. The temperatures, it's a roller coaster, right? It's warm, it's cold. So we'll see if the blooms accelerate. But the Cherry Blossom Festival begins on March 20th. So we're excited to partner with them with that. And we know this work that the National Park Service is doing is critical, but nothing is impacting the Cherry Blossom Festival or the trees or the view. So everyone should make their plans to come on out. You can also watch the blooms on bloomcam.org. In fact, that camera's on right now. We should be waving, right? We could be on 2 cameras at once right now. But everyone can also support the trees. You know, we invite everyone, tourists that are here, Washingtonians, news anchors. You can do your part and adopt a cherry tree. Bloomcam.org. It's a great way to make sure this tradition is here for the next generation.
And that is the most important part, making sure this is sustainable. Julie Moore with the Trust for the National Mall, we appreciate it. Thanks so much. So a lot happening out here, guys. Again, this major rehab project set to start after the peak blossom or peak bloom this season. So that'll happen starting at the end of May, the beginning of the summer. So not going to impact things this year round, but certainly a major project that we're talking about, and a lot of work that goes into maintaining this and making sure that these cherry trees will be here for generations to come. Back to you.
That's right. All right, Marcella, thank you.